Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back. Glad to get into everything going on in the NBA. Appreciate the opportunity as you guys do. First things first, before you get rolling with everything, follow us on LA Sports Report. A lot of good stuff going on there. A lot of fun talk. We got our studio stuff there, as you can see, and looking forward to all things on the way there. It's going to be a good time. Excited to really deep dive all stuff going on across LA, more in depth there in conjunction with LA Sports Report. And appreciate them for the opportunity they're providing. So looking forward to all of that. As you go on for it, another real quick thing before we get started with the things going on with the Lakers and all that. We want to deep dive that. I got to admit something, Alec, real quick. We just passed Thanksgiving. It was a good week. I got to admit, though, and I've been on the same time as you. I've been rolling with you about some things we talked about in regards to Thanksgiving. I'm not going to lie, though. Turkey came back with the vengeance this year, bro. That turkey
really?
Year, bro. That shit was good.
Okay. How did they... Do you like cook it traditionally or like fry it or like what?
I ain't cooking myself this year. I want to get involved. I got family that gets here and they want to make sure they all hands in. So I handle the drinks and all that and leave it at that. But what really did this year to add a little flavor to it.
Mixologist this year.
It wasn't the dry bird it usually was. So I appreciate that. And no longer at the bottom of my Thanksgiving rankings. I'll say that at least. Not to the top anymore. I still won't say that, but it was pretty good. I appreciate that. And looking forward to all that's next with the holiday season. Already got the Christmas stuff already popping up across all over the house and things, and excited for what's to come. So good stuff there. And he
Turkey's,
go ahead.
Turkey's making it a 7-game series now.
I get it. 6-game series. 6 games.
Okay.
It was a sweep at first, but now it's 6 games. They fell back a little bit. So salute to Turkey, I guess. Salute to Turkey.
Anyways, I still probably got ham and 6 or
totally. I'm not arguing that, but it's not a clean sweep as you want to start it was. So
for sure,
good stuff there. Excited for all things going on in the holiday season. Also excited for what's going on the way with our Lakers. More things on the way right now. Currently, technically 9-7 for those that are here. We're recording right before the game starts versus the Cleveland Cavaliers on Saturday night. Hopefully we're 10-7 by the time you guys see this and get the job done. LeBron going back to Cleveland should be another victorious moment for us, and excited for that to play out. But excited for all us on the come. And Alec, just a first thought on what you've seen from the Lakers, I guess, in this last week as we do our weekly reviews of our squad. Yeah,
LeBron's been great. LeBron's been the head of the snake, and he's been playing at a really high level. This team as a whole has been really competing. I think some of the early season struggles for Austin Reeves, him coming off in that bench role, is a seamless fit for him too, because he's used to doing that in previous season, and I think he's picked up his play a bit. Guys have had to step up, which we'll talk about in terms of players being out of the lineup, but they've still managed to put together some wins. They lost that last one to the Mavs, but I think they had won 3 straight before that.
Can we say that real quick since you brought it up?
Go for it.
There's nobody on this video. We don't hear any announcers talking. There's gonna be no words over the tweet or anything. I'm just showing the clip by itself. When you watch this play, what do you see?
You want me to go ahead and answer?
Yeah, agendas. There's no agendas. There's no narrative being pushed.
Sure.
As someone trying to learn, we're fans and we give a little bit of knowledge ourselves, but as someone who's still trying to figure things out, as you watch this play, what do you see?
So I'll tell you like my thought process going through it, because I was watching this live. So LeBron was dominating and he was like carrying in this game. And he had Kyrie guarding him, which is a clear mismatch. So I wanted him to attack Kyrie immediately. Like I saw that there was a potential for a lob, but the window looked tight. And at that point, he was essentially double covered, AD. And for him to throw that pass in there, it was super lazy and weak. And I truly didn't understand it. Like the only thing I could chalk it up to was potentially like a little bit of fatigue, like as far as him making that decision that quickly, because there was still time on the clock.
We only gotta go there. I think because there were a lot of folks. I bring this play up. The last play versus the Mavericks, we were up. We were down 1-0, 101, 102 to them with 10 seconds left, and LeBron had the ball on the left side, had the ability to essentially go and make a basket, paired up 1-on-1 with Kyrie, and that he peeked over, and I think where I was going to get to, as soon as he got the ball, he was a quick peek to AD. And I think he turned and saw that AD was behind whoever that was, Luka down there. So it was like, he's got him beat. So I thought he was passing at the right spot. He should be easy bucket for him. I think he or he saw that and immediately went into that mode rather than realizing, hey, if I back this guy down some more, because Kyrie can't guard me on the back down, I would have had an easier basket or another pass, as he always says he likes to do with his smart play as he does. So folks have had their thoughts about his late game decisions in recent weeks. He's combative at times, and sometimes we see it works, and they're all boisterous and I believe in my guys, and yeah, it works out. And then sometimes it ends up in this, and taking away all the outside noise and just watching for what it is. It's sad that it didn't work out, but I do see what he was trying for, and hopefully he realizes his matchup first before looking out for other matchups and handles business himself going forward. Because as much as the smart play and then the right play is to find the other guy that's open because of the gravity that he has and all that kind of stuff, at the same time, like, he still is the greatest scorer arguably ever. So
there's still like 7 seconds or whatever when he let that go.
It's just as good as any pass you can make too. So hopefully he tries that out more as things go along. But yeah, that was a lot of talk with the Mavs game. As you pointed out, that was one of our recent losses, but things have looked better since then, and excited to see how we continue to bounce back. Like we said, going to this Cavs game tonight and beyond from there. Any other thoughts along in that path?
Yeah, no, to close that game, like I thought he was dominant. He was the reason that they were still in it. So like I didn't want to pile on, I guess, too much onto him, but yeah, like I think in those type of decisions, you want him to attack the smaller player. You want him to attack the mismatch.
Come on,
so
now.
It was mind-boggling in the moment when I saw that. I was like, what what are we doing here? But yeah, we know how his style of play is typically more wanting to make the right pass, the right decision, whatever. But yeah, this Lakers team, I think they're on a good trajectory right now. We'll just talk about how they'll be able to weather the storm.
With that, as we've seen recently, we dealt with a little bit of an injury bug, as seems quietly has happened with the Lakers for a few years. We have these quiet waves of injuries that go on with our team. We're dealing with it again this year. Currently, Gabe Vincent's in and out of the line. He's been out for some time, and I think is returning soon. But Cam Reddish now is out. Has been out for the last couple of games. Rui has been out, I believe, and Jared Vanderbilt has been out to start the season. I don't think he's played yet.
He hasn't played
yet. As we continue to deal with that, can the Lakers weather the storm, as you pointed out, through all the injuries that we're dealing with so far?
Yeah, I'm a little bit concerned just with the injury history of Bron and AD. Like, I think it gets pretty spooky if now one of those guys is out because of how many of our role players are going to be out. I think Rob Pelinka did a great job in the offseason, so there is still depth there. Like, there are guys that can increase their minutes and not have a huge drop off in terms of Christian Wood stepping in there, Prince playing a little bit more. Max Christie is going to get more minutes as he did for Cam Reddish in this last game. So I think there are guys that can fill in for some of those role players who are going to miss some time. But I am concerned because LeBron has also been playing the heavy workload. He was supposed to be limited to 30 minutes or whatever a night, and he's been playing 37, 39, 40 minutes in some of these games because there have been a lot of close games. So it's a bit of a concern in terms of the health of our stars. But I do think there is enough depth at the moment, I guess, to at least keep them at a competitive state in this Western Conference.
As long as we have our top two, if LeBron and AD are there, I think you put whoever around them right now, and they can make it work for the time being during the regular season at least. Playoff comes is one of the story. We'll get there when we get there. But for right now, I think things can work and we can hold off for the time being, and we'll see what we can do to continue to stay afloat during this time. I have appreciated the elevation from Rui recently as he has back in the lineup. Appreciate Austin Reeves finding his footing. He had a kind of shaky start, and others who are continuing to.
D'Lo's been good too.
D'Lo's been good. Max Christie, when he gets his time to play, he will come in and give effort as he was someone that appears to want to be on the court, not want to continue to wait around, which is though is kind of understood because of his age and this team such as it is. But yeah, just guys who want to be out there and fly around is definitely appreciated and excited for all to come. With that being the case, though that is the case actually, and we do appreciate who we have there. There have been rumors about other teams looking to possibly blow up their squads and all of that. And we see a guy like Zach Lavine's on the market. We see a guy like a guy or a few guys on the Raptors, OG Anunoby, Pascal, and all those guys over there. That might get blown up yet again. Another year of Raptors rumors going on there. Would you want to see like pursue any of those guys before the trade deadline, or you think the roster is good as is? We can allow it to just play out this year with some minor tweaks.
Whenever the Zach Lavine rumors start to heat up, you always get that clip circulated when he was on NBA Today or whatever.
Right.
When he's talking about,
LeBron,
of course, it'd be great to play with LeBron. Of course, yeah. We always get that clip circulating, but I mean, he's a UCLA dude, so it makes sense why he'd have interest in the Lakers. But I think as far as if the Lakers should have interest in either of those teams' fire sales, obviously Rob Pelinka, like as we always say, he's got to do his due diligence. Like if there is a way that you can improve the roster, of course, like you are going to explore that, but it can't be at the cost of the chemistry continuity of the team, as well as the roster flexibility in terms of the cap space. I think Lavine is making a pretty penny on his contract.
Yeah.
And a couple of those other guys, I forget what OG is getting paid. But like those guys will cost, and it would come at the cost of probably moving D'Lo, who has been talked about in trades. But I doubt they want to move on Austin Reeves, or potentially maybe Rui. He's like the fourth highest paid guy on this roster right now. So he would have to weigh the cost benefit like analysis of bringing in a guy that would be a solidified third star like a Lavine versus continuing with the guys who we've seen had success with LeBron and AD in Rui and Reeves and D'Lo. So yeah, I could see a move happening. I could see a move happening come trade deadline, but I wouldn't be mad if we stay pat with the current roster.
I've kind of asked in other situations. We see the roster as it is right now. It's working as it is, at least for the most part. We talked about weathering the storm through the time being. And when healthy, we saw how he did last year, and that there potentially maybe a little bit of room for growth. But that they at least can show that they can they can push through a lot of teams in the West as currently constructed. What would Lavine add that gets him over the hump?
I think Lavine adds that solidified third scorer. There's no question about it. Like that, he would be the third option, and I think we've seen him in the Bulls uniform as first, second option. And while he can like get his, it hasn't led to winning on that front for the Bulls. I think slotting him in as a third guy would be perfect for him and perfect for Bron and AD. But honestly, like if anyone they should be interested in, bringing back Caruso would also be great in terms of that perimeter defense. Because we brought in Gabe Vincent. Obviously, he's been in and out of the lineup, as we talked about. He's been hurt most of the season. But we missed guys like Schroeder or KCP, who provided us that pretty elite perimeter defense on that front. And we saw what Jamal Murray was able to do to us in the Western Conference Finals. So bringing back a guy like Caruso, who we said we didn't realize how much we would miss him after he did leave, but we truly did miss him on that front. So if they aren't making the big splashy player move, bringing that guy back would be tremendous for this team as well. So
look good in purple and gold. I'm quick with them edits. You see how I did that right now. We definitely don't realize once he's missed now. Folks tried to say he was replaced once Austin Reeves took off, but we can have two great whites on the same squad, guys. It's okay. I don't know how to say it. Like everybody was like, "Oh, once Caruso's gone, we got Reeves, so it's okay." We can have more than one. I don't know what this is about. Like it's okay, but that's how we can operate. But yeah, I definitely would love to see him back in the building if that opportunity presents itself. But either way, interested to see how things go. I do understand what you're saying about Lavine. Just wanted to hear your side of what that would do. And I would be very open to bringing him in here. And we'll see if we can pull the trigger on that at some point before the deadline this season. So very interested in that. We tell you a lot about Lavine. Did any of the Raptors intrigue you in that as well, or you more towards Lavine?
Yeah, OG definitely does. I think Scotty's their guy of the future who they probably want to stick with. Siakam's been struggling a bit, but I think as the third option on a team, Siakam would be also great. So obviously you could explore that as well, but I think he makes more money. But yeah, I mean, both these teams, like these are players that will immediately make an impact for other teams. Like these are guys for the Raptors who have won a title too, so like they have that veteran experience under their belt. But they're guys that can defend and score as well. So yeah, I mean they have to pique your interest if you're a GM. Like you have to explore potentially making your roster better in that way. It's just a matter of making the money fit, making the rosters fit.
Yeah. Yep. This is a Lakers review talk. This is all Lakers. I know that, but Kings, please.
You want OG? You want OG?
My God, we'll get to that another point. But I had to just, oh my God, please do something. There definitely is a lot of talent over there as well.
Yeah, the Black Falcon ain't doing it.
We'll get to that another time. This is not Harrison. This is not. Yeah, I'm not doing that right now. But yeah, I definitely understand what you're saying about OG over there coming here. He went. I wouldn't necessarily say he'd be the clear third scorer that we needed, but I think the defense would be so powerful with him there as well that it would balance out. We could find the scoring elsewhere with that. So yeah, very intrigued by all of it. Obviously, we see it here as Laker fans, but the whole league sees it. So we'll see who pulls the trigger on that first and gets the job done on getting that guy into that squad. I'm excited to see how that thing plays out down the line. So good stuff with the Clippers. Oh my gosh, good stuff with the Lakers. Now we'll go on to the Clippers. Yeah. Excuse me. Good stuff with one over there. And excited to see what is next. So yeah, that is it for us. Let us know what you guys think about all the Lakers talk here. We'll be in the comments reacting to everything you have to say, and looking forward to all you to say there. So.